So I don't normally do this, but this is an older vlog in the sense that I shot it earlier in the month and kind of just got around to editing it because I've been pretty busy. So this is the story about shooting my first wedding and becoming temporarily paralyzed from the waist down in the process. The story starts with a 3-hour drive up north to where my wife grew up because her best friend was getting married and I was the photographer. Let's start there. This weekend's gonna be it's, oh, bright as hell. Damn this camera lens. It's Thursday now, and we're down here because Carlin's best friend is getting married this weekend. So this is Thursday, rehearsal dinner is tonight. Tomorrow's kind of a free day, wedding's on Saturday, home on Sunday, but today's also a different day as well. Today is mine and Carlin's 4-year wedding anniversary. Thus far, it's been spent driving. In other news, I tweaked my back. Now this is a reoccurring injury, and it's the first time it's happened since I started lifting. Good news is it doesn't hurt as bad as it used to hurt, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna be as intense as it used to be. Bad news is it still happened, and I still have to be on my feet all day Saturday shooting a wedding. May the odds be forever in my favor. And I don't know if I mentioned this already, but rehearsal dinner is first thing on the agenda, and that's tonight. So why don't you come my way? I don't want to be shivering all my second rate, but I'll let you go first today. A lot of rehearsing going on right now. Well, we're rehearsing the shit out of this. The rehearsal dinner went pretty well. We did the rehearsal a bunch of times because they wanted to sync up to a song when walking down the aisle. Good time with good people, joking around until Carlin and I finally decided to get lost. It was our anniversary night, so we wanted some time to ourselves to hang out, chat, reconnect. Unfortunately, Bradford's not known for its nightlife or really any type of activity beyond 10 p.m. that doesn't involve alcohol. And we just didn't really have the money to spend on alcohol. Fade to black next morning. Friday today. Later today, Carlin's taking off to pick up Carolyn's dress with her. I'm hanging with the children, and really what we're doing today is trying to figure out what fun we can have, what trouble we can get into. We're in the library because Carlin's got some stuff to do. But you have to be quiet because the knowledge is sleeping. Knowledge. Knowledge. So we just got my van a much needed oil change. In the mechanic's words, the old oil was coming out kind of like molasses. And now we're at a park and Carlin and Brennan are off playing. It is T-minus 24 hours until the wedding, and as of right now, they're forecasting a 70% chance of showers. Which they always say is good luck if it rains on your wedding day, and it rained on mine, and we're not divorced. Other updates. My back is not 100%, so tomorrow should be really fun for that too. Well, Carlin is gone. I'm hanging out with the kids. We're watching Shrek. I gotta figure out what the food situation looks like. T-minus 21 hours. Just going out and grabbing my gear from the van. Probably gonna... Friggin' lens is freaking out. Figured out lens. Probably going to pack it in soon. I want to get some decent rest. I'm gonna get as much footage as I can from the wedding, but given the fact that I need to focus on photos and not video, the most important moments are gonna be covered by a photo rather than a video, so it's not super vlog friendly, but I'll see what I can do. So back update, I'm feeling a little better. Not significantly, but a little, and Carlin's got some muscle relaxants and stuff that, oh God. Figure it out, Lens. There you go. Oh God, figure it out, Lens. Figure it out, fit. There you go. So Carlin's got some muscle relaxants and stuff like that for me to take. I'm gonna be there for like 8:30 in the morning, start getting my detail shots, see how everybody's doing, check in, feel the room out, and then I'm gonna get to work. Try and set up my phone and stuff like that and like film myself doing the thing while I'm like, you know, I kind of, anyway, probably gonna pack it in for the night. The next morning I woke up feeling decently optimistic. My back was feeling all right. Not 100%, but still a little bit better than it was. I didn't assume that I was gonna be in a lot of danger that day. I didn't assume that it was gonna get significantly worse, but as the day went on, it did. We got some light drizzle. I'm gonna be doing a lot of the vlogging today on my iPhone for obvious reasons because my main shooter is gonna be busy. Light drizzle, feel like it's holding off. Let's go see what the day's made of. Weather outside is weather. So thus far today's been pretty basic. I've gotten detail shots such as ceremony area. And now I'm going to do some other detail shots with Diana's jewelry. Got my macro lens. Stay out of the way, hit my details, and then once all that's done, I think we're doing some father first looks, which are gonna be really nice. Back to work. See, up until this point, my back had been all right. In fact, I was getting a little bit overconfident maybe with how my back was feeling. And it was somewhere shortly after shooting that detail shot of Diana's hair piece and around when I was shooting some shots of Carolyn's stuff, my back started to really flare up. To the point where beyond that moment, I didn't capture anything else really from the wedding except pictures. My brain only had so much bandwidth, and coping with that amount of pain, despite the fact that I was on extra strength Robax and Rub A535, it was at that point that the day started to go downhill for me. I powered through the pain the best I could, but at that point, I had two primary focuses. A, capturing as much footage of the groups being together as possible, and B, attempting as much as humanly possible to block out the intense, insane amount of pain that I was in. One of the brides was constantly asking me, like, how are you feeling? And time again, I would say, don't bother asking me that. I'm not gonna tell you the truth. Over and over again, and the only person I kind of really confided into how much pain I was in was my wife. Most of the time, I would be walking by, and she'd say, "Are you okay?" And I'd just go, "Nope." Like I was in an extreme amount of pain. Some of the most intense pain that I'd ever been in my life. We got home, we went to bed, and prepared for what was gonna be one of the most agonizing mornings of my entire existence. What it felt like to me was that somebody was putting high voltage electricity directly into my muscles. They would seize up so intensely, and it would just stay like that no matter what I did or how I rested or whatever. They would stay like that for about 7 to 10 seconds before it would finally release a little bit. That morning, it took me, I would say, a solid 2 hours to get out of bed. I would attempt to move. I would be locked up with pain. I would stop moving. I would remain in whatever position I was in some cases for fear of what would happen next when I moved because the pain was so excruciating. More than one time, I shed some tears over this. And at one point, I kind of thought I was going to pass out from it. Carlin said that I looked incredibly pale and went and grabbed me a bucket in case I wanted to vomit. It just so happened that my mother-in-law had a couple of prescription anti-inflammatories. Now, I don't recommend this to anybody, and if you're younger and impressionable, please do not do this under any circumstances. I'm a grown-ass man with my own problems, and I made a decision that could have actually done me some damage. Break. But you don't do this. I took some of her prescription anti-inflammatories. It did help me a little bit. It allowed me enough, I guess you could call it enough space to get out of the bed and into a wheelchair that my mother-in-law happened to have on the property. I spent the next half an hour attempting to wheel myself around before calling my parents, informing them what was happening, that we wouldn't be home that day, that they needed to let the dogs out some more. And my dad, of course, having back issues his entire life, informed me to get to the hospital as quick as I could and don't fuck around with back issues. Post-wedding update. Worked through the pain and I kind of feel paralyzed from the waist down. Can't walk today. Probably gonna go into Newmarket and get it checked out at the hospital. We were supposed to go home today, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So we're en route to the hospital. Getting into the van was a lot of fun. Whatever this is, I hope they can fix it today, because I've never felt pain like this in my life. We got to the hospital, saw a very nice doctor. Doctor did some quick examinations on me and asked me some questions. On a good note, I got in and out really fast. On a bad note, well, no, it's all good notes. They gave me a shot of, I guess, a pretty intense anti-inflammatory, which should be kicking in any time in the next 15 minutes or so. Carlin's going in to fill my prescription of that same anti-inflammatory in pill form, plus Tylenol 3s. Bottom line, the doctor said it was a muscle strain, and that I need to mobilize it, which the anti-inflammatories are going to help with, and the Tylenol 3s are going to mask the pain to let me get it mobile again. A little bit of a wake-up call as far as my lifting goes. I think I need to dial it back, work my way back up to heavier weights. I think I'm not working out consistently enough to be hitting the weights that I was hitting when I was, and that was kind of a slap in the face to show me. Fucking vlogging here, bro. I'm mobile. That's a good thing. I got some fancy anti-inflammatories and some Tylenol 3s. Ever since the shot this afternoon, I've been significantly better. Still really tender. I'm out for a walk with my physical therapist right now. This is about all I have in me right now. This is top speed. Marginal difference from yesterday. Not as bad as I was in the morning. Not as good as I was at night. The more I move throughout the day, the better it gets. Back home. Still really tender. Taking tomorrow off work, one more day to recuperate. 71 gigs worth of photos. Solid. Should have some good ones to deliver. I'll probably post a couple on my Instagram feed. So you can check that out. I think this brings this video to an end. Quite a journey. Goodbye.